acquisition is one of a great way to win a competitive edge in the market for both the acquirer and acquiree. A successful acquisition starts from the acquirer planning through and going through the plan. Year 1998, when Daimler-Benz, a German company, officially announced its acquisition of the Chrysler Corporation. The deal was meant for Chrysler to improvise its products subjected to the Benz's car expertise, and for Benz to increase its market share in the US auto market. The company later achieved high stocks but unfortunately didn't last long. Year 2006 when the company starts to face a downfall, and 2009 when the company filed for bankruptcy protection. The company then entered a partnership with Fiat, an Italian company, resulting the two companies to become Fiat Chrysler Automobiles during 2014.
Daimler-Benz and Chrysler Corporation, based in the United States, agreed to combine their businesses in what was perceived as a merger of equals. This proved to be a costly mistake for both companies. The acquirer Daimler was more concerned on what it could gain from Chrysler than what it could contribute to the latter. Daimler did not see them as equals but rather as a division. Furthermore, contrasting cultures and management styles hindered the realization of the synergies. Daimler valued precision, reliability, and quality performance while adhering to a more traditional hierarchy and centralized decision-making. On the other hand, Chrysler represented American adaptability and valued efficiency as well as equal empowerment. These clashing differences between the two companies have led them to suffer losses of more than $500 million in the third quarter of 2000 and projected even higher losses in the fourth quarter.
The purpose of this case study is to dive deeper as to why Daimler-Benz failed its acquisition of Chrysler. Specifically, this case study aims to identify the key issues of the case, analyze why the acquisition failed, come up with possible ways to prevent such failed acquisitions, and provide the best solution for the said problem.
This is the area of consideration or SWOT analysis of merged company of Daimler and Chrysler. The strength. Merger combined two strong companies. Company does more than just autos. Daimler has outstanding reputation. Chrysler was a very cost-effective company. Record revenues and increasing market share. Strong existing product brands. A wide array of corporate holdings. The weaknesses. Harder to inspire vision and direction for this large global company. Daimler-Chrysler brand is unknown and difficult to define. Image campaign could distract from the strong product brands. Daimler-Chrysler products do not bear the company's name. Company's broad holdings are still seen as separate entities, not as part of Daimler-Chrysler. Combination of two different cultures resulting to conflicts.
Opportunities. Merged companies should be able to expand markets, particularly into Asia. Safety failures at Ford should open door for Daimler-Chrysler. Innovation will lead to new products on the market. Creating a Daimler-Chrysler corporate brand identity can reach opinion leaders and existing customers with similar communication plans. Threats. It has been an extended period of time without corporate communications. Globally, the general population knows little about this corporate merger. Daimler-Chrysler does not yet have a corporate brand identity. Over 68% of the company's profit come from automotive brands. This is a threat if the market takes a downturn, behind in the research and marketing of hybrid autos.
Now, let's talk about the alternative course of action. The first alternative action the company could have taken is to enforce extensive team-building efforts after the acquisition. The advantage of this is that team-building activities encourage employees to communicate with one another in order to complete tasks and solve problems. However, it is time-consuming to plan and implement while also being expensive. Second is to administer appropriate training to staff. This ensures that employees understand their responsibilities and how to conduct themselves in a workplace with diverse culture. The downside, however, is that it is expensive to do. Third is to implement the process of due diligence. This allows the buyer to assess the current state of the business in which they wish to invest, but it is also time-consuming as the process is lengthy. Lastly is to establish the search criteria for the opportunity to be acquired. The benefit of this method is that it evaluates whether the acquired company meets the criteria of a potential acquisition. Its only disadvantage is that the process can be lengthy and difficult.
Among the alternative courses of action that we provided, the one that we strongly recommend is implementing the process of due diligence. Before buying Chrysler, Mercedes-Benz should have done the due diligence process to determine if Chrysler would be able to compete in its market in the future. Daimler-Benz management ignored poor model change timing, huge inventory, continuously rising incentives, and the Chrysler's brand's deteriorating desirability in an increasingly competitive American market because they did not do the due diligence process. In the M&A process, due diligence allows the buyer to confirm pertinent information about the seller, such as contacts, finances, and customers. By gathering this information, the buyer is better equipped to make an informed decision and close the deal with a sense of certainty.
It's usually impossible to pinpoint exactly what influence that culture plays in a company's success or failure. Both sides were unwilling to collaboration, which created a conflict. Collaboration and unique ideas from both organizations may have resulted in a new technology that benefited both countries. Furthermore, the issues raised in this study are particularly relevant to multinational firms with diverse laws, work cultures, languages, and labor relations. This case emphasizes the significance of bringing various organizations together, exchanging information between departments, and involving employees. This is why management of other corporations that are intended to merge should study the lessons of Daimler-Chrysler. Before merging, it's critical to assess the merger's challenges and come up with a strategy for resolving them.